Hello, beautiful souls. Today's practice is a gentle 20-minute practice that can really be done at any point in your day. So I invite you to join me in a comfortable seated position. And close your eyes and begin to breathe deeply. Let's start with doing some shoulder rolls towards the back. And switching to the other side, so rolling forward. Really working to warm up those shoulder blades. Now let's begin to do neck circles from the left towards the right. I'm doing this a few times. Feel free to make these rolls as big or as little as you'd like. And reverse it to the other side. Come back to a neutral position. And with your inhale, raising both arms to the sky. And with your exhale, drop to one side, allowing one arm to reach overhead. Focus on trying to keep both sit bones grounded to the mat here. And come back to center, and with your next exhale, drop to the other side. Just breathe into your side body. Coming back to center. And then let's come into seated spinal twist. So with your inhale, turn to the right. Sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, coming back to center. And inhale. And with your next exhale, turning to the left. So your right arm is resting on your knee, your left arm is placed behind you. And back to center. And from here, come to an all fours position. Spread your fingers out wide, making sure your shoulders are stacked up over your wrists, knees or hips width apart. And from here, with your inhale, drop the belly, arching your back, look up. Exhale, pull your navel into your spine as you round like a cat. Inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale, round. We're going to do a few rounds of our cat-cow, matching our movements to our breath. Nice and slow, steady movements here, working to warm up the spinal column. Getting those core muscles moving. Coming back to a neutral position, putting big toes together. And when you're ready, go ahead and sit back on your heels, allowing your arms to extend out in front of you, forehead resting on your mat, into our child's pose. And focusing our breaths into the lower portion of your back. Feel free to close your eyes and go inward here, just focusing on your breath. Your knees can be open as little or as wide as you'd like them to be. Really focusing on how the pose feels rather than how it looks. Coming back into an all fours position. From here, spread your fingers out nice and wide and tuck your toes for our first downward dog. When you're ready, lift your hips up and back. And it's okay to allow a slight bend in your knees here for those tight hamstrings. When you feel like you've got a good position, start to walk out your legs 1 foot at a time. And I love to do this in my practice because it really helps to loosen up our sometimes very tight hamstrings, especially in the morning. So feel free to walk it out as much or as little as you like. Add some hip movements if that feels good within your body. And when you feel like you've got a good stretch, go ahead and straighten both of your legs. And breathe deeply, allowing your heels to rest towards the mat as far as they will comfortably go. You don't want to force anything. Just focus on how your body feels. Remembering to breathe here. And now from here, bend your knees and either walk or hop to the front of your mat into our forward fold. So you want to bend at the hips here. And again, if you have tight hamstrings, go ahead and bend your knees as much or as little as you need to. So arms and palms are reaching for the mat. They could either be touching the mat, maybe they're at your ankles, maybe you're at your knees. That's perfectly okay. But you want gravity to do the work here. With each exhale, allowing your body to relax forward just a little bit further. And now slowly roll to standing. Standing nice and tall as if you're a mountain. Palms are facing out in front of you. Feel that strength and stability within you. This is a great pose for posture. So now taking a wide step back with your right leg, allowing your right foot to rest on the mat where it comfortably falls. And when you're ready, bend your left knee and extend both arms out to your sides, looking over your left arm. Make sure you're engaging your core here, so you're pulling that navel into your spine. And now extend the left leg and step forward. Go ahead and shake it out if you need to, and we're going to do the other side. So taking a wide step back with your left foot. Again, allowing your heel to ground to the mat where it comfortably may. And when you feel like you've got a good extension in that back leg, bend your left knee and extend both arms out to your sides, looking over your right hand. Breathe deeply here. Now straightening the left leg, stepping back forward. And if you need to, shake it out again. So now standing tall. From here, we're going to go into tree pose. So we are going to shift our weight to our left foot. And we have a couple options for this pose. Option 1 is to place your right heel against your ankle. Option 2 is above or below your knee. And option 3 is the upper inner portion of your thigh. And from here, find a good focal point to get your balance. Rise both arms to the sky, palms together, bringing them down to heart center. Holding for a couple breaths. Now release. Shake it out. And we're going to do the other side. So shift your weight to the right foot. Again, 3 options. So either putting your left heel by your ankle, around your knee, or in the inner portion of your right thigh. When you have good balance, grow your tree, so arms over your head, bring them down to heart center, and focus on your balance. And don't get discouraged if you sway here. Trees sway in the wind. Great job. Now release and shake it out. And we're going to come to a seated position towards the back of your mat. So legs are extended out in front of you, sitting up nice and tall. And with your inhale, raise your arms to the sky. And with your exhale, bending forward, reaching for your toes. Maybe you're at your ankles. Maybe you're at your knees, whichever is comfortable for you. Close your eyes here and go inward, just focusing on your breath. With each exhale, allow your body to fold forward just a little bit further. Now release. Bringing both heels or soles of your feet together, bringing them as close to your body as possible, sitting up nice and tall. And with your exhale, either stay here or allow your body to fold forward, allowing your forehead to come as close to the ground as it will allow. This is a great stretch for your psoas. Coming back up. Now we're going to come back down to a lying down position. So plant your feet and come down to your back. Bringing both knees to your chest. Take an inhale, and with your exhale, allow your legs to fall to the right side, extending both arms out to your sides. Trying to keep both shoulder blades grounded to the mat. You can either continue to look up towards the ceiling, or if you would like a little extra stretch, look over to one side. It's typically the opposite direction of where your knees are pointing. Now straighten back the head, bring the knees back to the center. Inhale, and with your next exhale, allow them to fall over to the other side of the mat. So if you've done the right side the first time, you're allowing your knees to fall over to the left side of your mat. Again, trying to ground both shoulders into the mat, either keeping your head looking towards the ceiling or out towards over your right arm for a little extra stretch. Now looking forward, bringing your legs back to center. And now we're going to bring both of our palms together and allow them to fall to the mat in our cobbler's pose. Placing your hands either on your belly, your chest, or laying by their sides. And feel free to add some movement in your knees here if that feels good for you. I like to rock a little side to side, allowing my hips to relax a little further apart. Now finding stillness in this pose. Just breathing deeply. Bringing your knees back together. And let's get ready for our final pose of our practice today, our Shavasana. So go ahead and extend both legs out on your mat, allowing your arms to lay comfortably by your sides. And just allow your body to completely relax here. And closing your eyes and going inward. And just breathe. Allowing your body to soak up all the goodness of your practice today. Now, if you would like to stay in this pose, you're free to stay here as long as you'd like. But if you need to move on with your day, go ahead and begin to bring gentle movement back to the body by beginning to wiggle your toes and your fingers. With your next inhale, roll over to one side with your knees bent, head resting in your arms. And with your next exhale, pushing yourself up to a comfortable seated position, palms resting on your knees. release. Or with your inhale, raise your arms to the sky, palms together, bringing them to heart center. Go ahead and bow to yourself, thanking yourself for such a beautiful practice today. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a very wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again. Until next time, namaste.